So maybe we should take a shot about it then, because apparently shots are the universal peacekeeper. And no matter what it is, maybe we should just pop over to Washington and give all of our leaders shots. Maybe we could go over to the Middle East and just give them some shots and just solve the world's problems just by shots.
I'll do shots with you when I use the phrase, it's been 2 weeks to the T.
I'm not really sure what I've done to you, but I'll take a Pinot Grigio.
Hello, everyone. This is But I'll Take a Pinot Grigio podcast. This is Vanderpump Rules Season 4, Episode 16, and this one is called Bitch Ghost.
That's right. Thank you, Shay.
Okay, so I am Sundi. I'm the pop culture professor, self-proclaimed expert in all things pop culture, really heavy on the self-proclaimed.
I am Jeff. I am the former newbie to the Bravo verse, and luckily now we're quite a few episodes in, and I'm ready to dish. Let's do it, bitch ghost.
You are newbie no more.
That's right.
So, to remind, the Toms were erstwhile sangria salesmen. LVP was very happy that he was finally committing to something, the he being Tom Schwartz. Jax got arrested in Hawaii. He was suspended. Everybody's, in their feelings about it. Stassi is on this campaign to get Katie back, and she is hammering with Schwartz, and she meets with him, and he invites her to the frickin' engagement party out of one side of his mouth. And then the other side of his mouth, he says, oh no, a conversation is never going to happen. So that's where we left it last time.
Stassi's done some people wrong. It's taken her longer to make a comeback than Chris Brown. So let's see.
I mean, one of them deserves it more than the other. That's all I got to say. So the very first scene we get is Danny, but it's their housewarming party. And just, to keep it in the universe, this is Stassi's old apartment too. So that comes up later. Stassi is wildly preoccupied with it, but they've been living there a while. It's not really a housewarming. It's just an excuse to get drunk and welcome.
Yeah, let's get some Trader Joe's snacks, put a bowl of banana chips out, and have a party.
And so they're kind of checking in about who's coming, okay? It's Christina and Stassi. Lala forgets that everybody hates Stassi, okay? She's like, I know some folks. Everybody thinks she's cool, but I forget that she is universally hated. Who else is coming? Wine and cheese. Pampered at the disco. And when Lala sent Jax a text, all he said in return was, thank you so much. So who knows?
He's a maybe.
I mean, it just seems crazy that she would invite him. Like, do you not remember flashback to her screaming in her hoarse voice, tell the truth?
He either shows up at 9 at night or 4 in the morning, no matter what he says. So
wild, though, that she thought to invite him. Lala tells that real shady story about how she met Stassi when she was 18 on the elevator. And Stassi was like, oh, I love your outfit. And I was just so happy that this older woman approached me. I was like, ooh, girl, you better watch yourself.
It must have been the Peggy Hill formal shorts, I think.
Well, Stassi is heavy in her formal shorts era right now. Like, she turns up. They're like the first ones to arrive, which, what? No, weird. But she's getting real sweaty about who is going to be there. And I mean, she knew who was going to be there, but now faced with the confrontation of it, she's like, ugh. And she kind of makes allies with Lala. Yeah, we'll just team up and be like, just fuck everybody, man. First off, Lala, why are you inviting people into your home that you need to team up against with Stassi? Just don't invite them. Do like you did Katie and just be like, nope, not happening.
Their team up and fuck everybody is that's the most Lala and Stassi. If you asked me 2 months ago, well, if they teamed up, what would they do? They say fuck everybody, probably.
Meanwhile, we're back at Sir, in which we get about a 30-second fast-forwarded clip of some real workers. And we get Jax is back. To the T. 2 weeks to the T.
2 weeks to the T it's been. You know how people say that.
He's like, listen, I know what I did was wrong. Okay? He's like, I get it. But, ... He doesn't really understand why he has to be so accountable to everyone. And this is the flashback to Lala's crash out when they're talking about the party. I don't know if I said this before, but Jax feels like that Stassi is targeting Schwartz and she's thinking through all the process. Now,
Yeah.
granted, Stassi has been very calculating in the past. Is this what's happening now?
Absolutely it is. And I mean, honestly, it's the way to go about it. I mean, I've never really not liked the way she goes about doing things as much as just like the reason she's doing them. It's usually not a great thing, but she is calculated. Like she does get the things she wants done a lot of times. So, I mean, she goes about doing things in an effective manner. And this is absolutely what she's doing. Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things that she's had to plot, getting Katie back as a friend is not like the worst thing that she's ever plotted to get happen. But this is when Lisa arrives. And
speaking of good ideas,
when she comes in, she seems genuinely surprised to see Jax.
I assume there's no way it's been 14 days.
At least take a cursory glance at the schedule to see if his name has been added. I mean, he just turns up whenever he wants, like, oh, hey, I'm here, wandering in. So he apologizes to her again. And this is where he kind of doubles down on this idea. It was like, listen, I got arrested in Hawaii on my off time. You know, what's it to you? And on the one hand, if this was a straight-laced scenario, fine. It would be, right? Like, but because the world is watching a television show with Lisa Vanderpump's name attached to it, there is a little bit more gravity attached to him being arrested. Because, like, if I got arrested at Scooters in Hawaii and I didn't miss a shift, my manager's not going to suspend me and be like, oh, you thievery. No, she'd be like, hey, just make sure that you show up to your shift the next time.
Right. There's so many other things going on. Everyone there knows who they are and who she works for. The name Vanderpump is connected to like everything they do, and all the cameras following them around. So yeah, she had to do something.
I mean, if she really wanted to get to where it hurts, she ought to have suspended him from the show. Like, okay, buddy, you're out for 2 episodes in this.
That'd be great. There. Can you imagine a little 4-episode break right now? Oh, I'd love it. I mean,
as additional punishment, not only was the 2 weeks enough, she needs to teach him a lesson in morality. So she wants to have him contribute to this Covenant House folks, these unhoused teens that she worked with. And so go in your closet, Jax, and get your sweaty white t-shirts with the vanilla ice cream cone stains in the pits and bring them over to give them to the children. Bring them to my house.
Yeah, like you do when you're trying to get 4th graders to learn how to take care of people is also who you do this for.
She wants him to learn how to do for others.
Yeah.
Okay, so sure. Back at the party, Ariana and Tom do their little bit with the hoops. The bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe. And I love a hoop earring, but it's a really cute bit that both Tom and Ariana come in because Lala wears the hoop.
I love it. They come in wearing the hoops. They got a gift, got a case of Coors Light. If you're a 24-year-old having people over to your house for the first time, this is a perfect gift. 3 for 3. Y'all nailed it.
But it's immediately awkward only because Stassi keeps commenting on how freaking awkward it is. And just be cool, Stassi. Just like be cool. Just stop being so twitchy and I don't know what to do with my hands. So what does she do with her hands? How does she?
Shots.
Shots.
Yeah. Sandoval knows right what to do. He is like, nope, I don't see you. You don't see me. And she's like, we're doing shots. Yeah. Let's go.
He ignores her straight up, just walks right by.
Absolutely.
He claims that he's not going to get upset by her, which, I guess he does kind of follow through this. Sheena, on the other hand, does not have the same kind of freaking resolve as Tom Sandoval. She walks in. Listen, I've hated her for a long time. Flashback to, but I'll take a Pinot Grigio. And
of course.
She is not going to scare me off. So put a pin in that for a later conversation that they have.
Please, you can put a pin in that and then take it right out because she comes in and gives her a bottle of Pinot Grigio with a blue ribbon on it because she loves blue. And I mean, I don't know what's going on with this dark, quasi-gothy confessional look she has going on all of a sudden.
I think I said that she's like doing her best Wednesday Addams.
Trying.
But also, too, did the light folks not love her? Could they not have given her a little bit more softer? Like, she looks like she's laying in the morgue.
I can see whatever she has going on being hard to light. And I bet she just came in with it and they're like, we're having trouble with this. Can you like tone something? Like the black lips are just too much. And she's like, nope, this is what I'm doing.
Whatever like foundation she's wearing is really, really fair and really dark. Like, she really looks like a Morticia Addams drag queen. She's
Apologies to Morticia Addams
and drag queens and drag queens, but
more
also,
shots.
Yes, but what do you think she was doing? Like, she thought she was being funny with this Pinot Grigio with a blue bow. Like, she's like, I'm going to show her. Here you go, bitch.
I think she was trying to act tough and at the same time be like, I hope she really liked it. Because it's Sheena.
You know, I'm just thinking, in all my days of trying to act tough, I've never proffered a gift to the
because
person.
You are genuinely being tough because you are genuinely trying to get the point across to someone that you don't fucking like the shit they've been doing lately. Sheena does not have that. Sheena pretty much knows if I give her a bottle of Pinot Grigio, that's on the air.
I mean, she just looks real dumb.
As opposed to what? I mean, I didn't intend on coming for Sheena hard right here, but I mean,
I'm just saying, she just dissolved so quickly. She didn't even put up a fight at all.
And I mean, the fact that she put the little, and I know that she likes blue, so I put a blue ribbon on it, but like, I called her bitch, so you don't know where I'm coming from. Like, we absolutely do not. We absolutely do not.
I don't know, are you being nice? Are you being ugly? Whatever. But Stassi claims she no longer likes confrontation.
That we can put a pin in for sure.
Mm-hmm. There's more awkwardness. This is the absolute most awkward dinner. And do you think that production tells them, hey, listen, don't play any music because we can't guarantee the rights to this?
Yeah, I do.
Because I just think put on a playlist that could have diffused a lot of this happening, but they're just silent.
I mean, also, like, what are the chances you put on something and like Ariana, Sheena, and Stassi are all like, yeah, that's my jam right there. Like, I don't think these are three of the similar.
Probably.
I don't even get a music vibe from Stassi. I don't know. But
at least it would give them something to talk about. Like, oh my God, I hate this song. Or like, oh, this song again. Or they could just sit silently and like vibe to the music instead of just sitting silently stiff.
Producers don't know what to do. They're like, I don't know, Shay in a confessional? Show that.
Sure. I mean, he even gets
3 Shades of Purple. Let's do it.
Before we get to that awkwardness, we get to Ariana and Sheena. So they haven't really like figured out their shit after the text gate, and they obviously care about each other, but it's just like really icy. And so map out. So this is about the texting, but also about Sheena being friends with Kristen.
And it used to be she was just really upset with the Kristen thing for over a year. But this texting with her mom thing is a real big deal, and she's not about to get upset. I mean, I'm just going to give it 50, maybe 60-40 on the Kristen thing because it's had more history.
Well, let's put a pin in Ariana's attitude there for later. But
I need to go get more pins.
Yes, for sure. Get many more pins. But we get this sit down here with Stassi and the frickin' president of Mensa here, where it's like, this is how far she's fallen. She's got to sit across the table from Shay and have some weird, stilted conversation. The only reason this man gets a confessional in this moment is to have him talk about Stassi.
Yep. That's what it's taken.
And his confessional is, the brain trust. Seeing Stassi's like seeing a ghost, a bitchy ghost, a bitch ghost, a ghost that's a bitch. Like, you see him have to get to it in real time. And I'm like, dude, all of that, all you came up with a ghost that's a bitch?
No, that's not real time. There's 10 minutes more of that on the, wait, hold on. No. It's got to be your ghost. Let me see. Hold on.
There's more, Jeff?
Oh, I guarantee it.
So Stassi's just really going through it. Like, she is just having to just like karate chop her way through this whole party. Next up is Sandoval.
Bigger challenge.
Yeah. I'm not sure what Sandoval is saying here. Can you say it in your own words? Because
I think he's speaking more plainly than anybody here. I mean, he's the one for us. He's helping like lay out the dilemma. It's kind of like Stassi's staying with Kristen, which immediately for him kills all the credibility and stuff she stood for. Like, if at
Why?
least maybe I don't like Stassi, but at least she stands on her, what she believed, because Kristen slept with her boyfriend and lied to her about it for a long time, and her shitty boyfriend had to be the one that came out and said
So
it,
Stassi
and now she's just crashing with her.
Yeah, but so Stassi forgiving Kristen undermines her integrity?
He also, and because of that, he doesn't really buy it, because
Yeah.
he lived lived along with Stassi through all that. I mean, it was also his girlfriend that was doing the cheating.
Mhm.
So I think he's just not completely bought into it, because it is weird. Stassi all of a sudden comes back, and the person she's shacking up with is, last time we saw her, would have been the very last person on the show we would have thought. So he's pointing out that she's only going to be friends with those who benefit her and her rising star.
But he weaves
And
in
he doesn't
Miami
care about that.
somehow. He weaves in Miami somehow about how Stassi was mad at Sheena because of XYZ. And
that was when she and Katie started having the problems, is because Stassi missed out completely on going to Miami, because she had already made a rift between her and Sheena. And then Sheena, which they mentioned right here, may have put that tape up somewhere, not just shown it around the restaurant. So that's interesting. Obviously, she's
slip of the tongue, maybe
pissed at Sheena about that. So she misses out on the Miami, gets pissed at Katie because she's going to go to Miami. And so, Tom's just using that Miami, because that seemed like the moment Stassi's ship had sailed. She's over there with Georgia Glass. She ain't coming around here no more. And then when she does, she's shacking up with the most unlikely of everyone. And he's like, this is fishy. I'm not buying it. You're just here to be a fame whore. We don't need it.
So if he had said it like that, I'd have been like, oh, okay, I got it. But he was just really roundabout. He did come very clear, though, when he was like, listen, if everything was going great in Stassi's life and she was doing this apology tour, I get it. But this bitch is homeless. Yikes. So
homeless and desperate.
Yeah. Whew. But he does promise to finish the conversation later. So the door is open.
It's one more pin.
The pin through the door. So then we're going to pop over to El Coyote.
El Coyote.
These fucking children order like toddlers. Okay. It's Katie, Schwartz, and Jax. It's not Brittany, though. Where's Brittany?
Playboy Mansion. So Jax is free.
I mean, Brittany's just making a splash in LA. She's been there 30 days.
Yeah.
And our Kentucky Muffin is already at the Playboy Mansion wearing a pink wig and a negligee. Good for you, girl. Yeah. Get that bag.
She's crushing it. Came across the country, working at a Hooters in California, hitting the Playboy Mansion. And Jax's solution is she needs to change her body physically.
Yeah. This is the first talk of it. But don't worry. Don't worry. It gets much more disgusting. In case you were worried that, he was going to be cool about it. No. He is going to be such a trash can about it.
The last thing I'll ever worry about as long as I walk this earth is if Jax Taylor can get shittier. I will never.
Fair enough. And then Schwartz orders a chicken quesadilla. You know who else orders a chicken quesadilla? Shep. He's 4 years old.
I think Jax and Tom were both really wanting to order stuff that they weren't going to eat or could just move around a little bit.
Move around on the plate, for sure.
He does his own little, Jax is when he starts getting that. So something happened yesterday? Something between the two of you? You and, Lala's having people over, but something happened there?
No one his ass
why
has
don't
already
you
heard
just
about
say,
it.
say what you heard, man. Well,
also, I usually don't love Tom Schwartz jokes, but whenever somebody says something about Lala, he was like, oh, is she topless? I thought that was funny. That was kind of dry and sort of like a callback.
It is funny.
Yes. It's kind of a callback to the hullabaloo that was made about her titties being out. Katie.
Well, he was the only one that was funny about it then. So, he's...
And Katie is kind of dour.
Yes. And I mean, probably because what Lala does here, it is so great. After the whole pucker and pout thing and letting you know you're not invited because you bring stress and drama everywhere you go, indirectly saying that. Lala coming up real cool and casual, hey, so I'm having people over and, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, you can't come.
I know.
Absolutely great.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
like how the, editors really kinda call Katie out because Katie's like, "Yeah, she came up with this snotty attitude and, like, her nose was in the air and she was this."
Yeah.
And you know what we saw? We saw Lala being cool as the other side of the pillow saying, "Listen, I'm having a party, but you know what? You're obviously not invited. Peace out." But it does bear mentioning that Katie did the exact same thing. So how can she be indignant about it? And also, is Katie humorless?
Possibly, sexless and humorless are
Ooh,
probably go together a lot. So
that
that's a thing. What's
that's my
funny is
worst
she's
nightmare.
upset with Lala right here because she did the exact same thing Katie did. And she
Mhm.
was upset with her in Hawaii for getting naked, which is the exact same thing that Katie did. So the main two things that we know of she's had a problem with, she's also done on this camera, on the show on camera. And you know
Yeah.
who I haven't seen really get shitty with anyone out of nowhere? Lala.
La. I think too, I just wanna put this out here, this is not news to anybody listening, but Katie is very intimidated by Lala. She's younger, she's pretty, and this is not my judgment, but she's thinner. She is, living a much different lifestyle than Katie's, and Katie's over here begging this my buddy doll.
I
But
mean, I do really like Katie a lot. I don't think she's completely humorless, but
I
right now in this whole world of Lala being, it's something is going on, and
like Katie
you
too.
know, and
I
I'm
mean,
sure there's some Lumen Stassi stuff coming in,
yeah.
and it's probably weighing on her a little bit.
But in order to perpetuate the silent peace party, more shots, more
Yep.
shots, more shots. And I like how they have to be arm twisted. Like, okay, fine. Cheers. Fine, I'll do it. This conversation is so weird. You know what would have helped it? A little bit of music, a little bit of
Oh, I
background
think you're gonna
music.
say more shots.
Well, yeah, like maybe a little bit of yacht rock in the background. Everybody loves a little Michael McDonald to cut the tension here, because she sits down and they're just like, "Hello, how have you been?" "Fine, I've been okay too." "Well, what have you heard?" "I don't know. What have you heard?" It's like,
I mean, when have you ever associated the phrase naturally cool with either one of these people? Especially lately. You're talking about Sweaty Pits McGee
yeah.
and, Pop Star from Pasadena just can't, neither one of them is just going to be like, hey, what's been going on lately, man? Like, neither one.
Sweaty Fitz McGee is like, that is one for me just because Stassi is just so pressed this whole
Yeah.
episode. Anyway, like I got derailed by Sweaty Fits, okay? There's this whole back and forth too. They kinda sorting out kind of what you did earlier about the Kristen, Miami, Sheena of it all. And then Sheena says, like, "Listen, man, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. I didn't give him my contacts," talking about the sex tape.
I didn't
You know?
connect them to the websites I know, whatever that means.
Well,
I don't,
listen, I bet you Sheena Shea has quite a bit of paparazzi connections based on her connection with
yeah.
Katie Cibrian, right?
But she does admit to showing it around. Like, when you're like, "Hey, I didn't show your sex tape to, like, strangers via the internet, but I
Yeah.
did walk up and show a lot of people that we work with," that's real shitty. It is really
I mean,
awful, especially somebody that you work with, you're friends with. It's not some
I
stranger.
I think I
That
would
is
almost rather have my sex tape on the internet for strangers than for the people that I work with, that every time I have to walk in there, I understand that they've seen me naked diddling my
mhm.
diddle. You know, like, that's a horrifying situation.
You could
And
just say diddling. I'm not gonna be like, "What do you mean? What were you?"
just for clarity's sakes, I like to be clear. But Stassi immediately forgives. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm skeptical of this. Like, this is gonna, whatever, like, bitter bank, whatever residual resentment she is trying to, like, get over, that shit's not empty. That is going to come back. This is not over. And
No.
for Stassi to
Uh,
try to sell us that it is, I don't know. I don't believe it.
and no, what she says, and she does this a lot on her apology tour, she's talking about, like, I cut people out as soon as they upset me. And she just, like, real happy, that she's admitting she did something wrong. Sheena's wrong. Sheena's talking about how happy she is that Stassi's admitting to be wrong. Like,
Right.
you are the major player in the wrong here.
Have we heard Sheena be sorry for the sex tape situation?
Well, she's sorry all the time. She doesn't mean it. but she is sorry.
Well, have we even heard her be sorry and not mean it about the
So
sex tape situation?
hopefully she's listening to her lawyers who are like, your only phrase is supposed to be what sex tape?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know them.
But Stassi believes her. She's like, okay. And
she's trying. Yeah.
end of conversation. I would have 100 follow-up questions. Ma'am, who did you show it to? What was the temper of your laugh? How long did you watch it? Like, what? I would have so many questions. There would be some paces. The same paces that Stassi is having to go through to, like, get back into this group, Sheena would have to, because what Sheena did was way worse. But
well, if you're in the mood for questions and you want to talk to people a lot and perhaps stay up a lot, then you're ready to go back to El Coyote with Tom Schwartz and Jax Taylor.
But pushing their quesadilla and chicken taco around on the plate. Except for Katie, she's like, listen, I'm going to have this tostada fresca. Like,
damn right. It's good. Because she's about to get some shitty news.
Also, the compulsion for these two to, like, drop really heavy news or have really heavy talks in front of everybody when they're out. Are you guys never home alone? Like, what are y'all doing at home? Are y'all too busy at home, like, watching The Challenge?
Studies show people are less likely to cause a scene when they're, or in a public place, like around other people. So better not to mention that at home where they're allowed to just fly off the handle at any given moment.
But, like,
so yeah.
What are they doing at home? They're not talking. They're not fucking. What's happening? Are they just?
Yeah, I mean, Gordo's cool and all, but he's not that entertaining.
Yeah, exactly. They're just binging Veronica Mars every day. Like, what are they doing? And they're getting married. They are engaged. Like,
well, they are about to talk about the engagement, specifically the engagement party that Tom has to drop that he has invited Stassi to
in front of Jax, and she's like, she's like, no, you didn't. Nuh-uh.
I'm just like, and I know, we saw it in the last episode, and I'm like, what a bonehead. It's like I'm watching him do it again. It's like, I can't believe this.
Jeff, she said outright before he went to go see her, hey, go do it. Don't make it about me, and don't do anything that is going to affect me and going to interfere with my relationship with her. And lo and behold, this man went and did this. Katie does not get mad enough.
She's not happy about it, clearly. She is very much not happy about it. But Schwartz doesn't help his case. Like, I may be a sucker, but, like, I think she's changed. Like, dude, you got to deal with the fact you invited her first. Don't start doing this other. You're not going to say something right now, and Katie's going to go like, you know what? That's fair. She should come along.
Because he's too busy saying, can I explain? Can I explain? Bubba, let me explain. Let me explain. Yeah, like, let me explain. And he is so uncomfortable with her upset or her emotions that it is his immediate reaction, even though most of her negative emotions have to do because of something that he has done, but he cannot process it. And so he is constantly trying to rush her through it. Stop it. No, don't do that. Don't do that. No. Even though you did the thing that she's upset about. But Katie does this thing too, where instead of staying mad at Schwartz, she pivots to be mad at Stassi. Stassi didn't invite herself to that party. Also, the thing that you are repeating to your fiance about how painful this breakup was, I'm fairly certain this man has heard before. How are you getting mad at Stassi about a thing that Schwartz did? Girl, dump him and seek therapy. Like,
meanwhile, Jack's just daydreaming about what he would be doing at the Playboy Mansion, like
thinking about Brittany's boobs.
I wonder what she's doing right now. Yeah, that's it. And no ending of the party. Like, we don't go back to the party and see where those red Solo cups took us. That's just it. No party ending.
Then we pick up at the roommates, the odd couple, to Kristen's. And immediately Kristen's shanking on Lala. But Stassi takes up for her a little bit. She was like, oh, she wasn't dressed super slutty or whatever. And Kristen is not relenting. She does this thing where for the Real Housewives of New York fans, the, scary island in which Kelly Ben Simone says, you're here and I'm here. Kristen makes this whole thing where not only is she beneath me, she is stories and stories and stories beneath me.
Oh, yeah. Several floors.
I'm just going to make a quick list, okay? Suck a dick, Diana. Yes, I slept with Jax twice. Shut up, James. Punches in the face. Just last week, the drunken makeout over some sashimi with Alex Who, and the countless parties that she has pitched up to without an invite. But sure, Lala is the trash here. Sure.
She's ghetto. And also not classy.
Stassi's like, okay, fine. Sheena and I are cool. We're cool.
Yeah.
Did
I
I
know how to
miss?
let stuff go. I'll let stuff go.
Since when? What pod person is sitting in front of me? Did I miss something here? This is the same way.
Well, I mean, Kristen says it. Katie's the one she's going for. Katie's top of the pile there. And so, I mean, they are just insinuating, like, say whatever about Sheena. As long as you're getting in with Katie, that's what we all want to see. So
I want to see some connective tissue in the secrets revealed, because I had the same question whenever everybody was all of a sudden cool with Kristen. There has to be something that they have edited out.
I still have questions about them being with. I mean, Sandoval is very much like, what are we talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Hawaii? What are you talking about? I need to hang out with her. Like, she fucked me over in a major way on national television. Awkward about her being on my vacation with me. That's weird.
Oh, and Stassi's in formal shorts again. She's really pulling a Jane from Happy Endings, for those of you.
I still like Peggy Hill. That's from King of the Hill, if you don't know.
Peggy Hill is so insulting, though. At least Jane from Happy Endings is cute and trendy. Peggy Hill has a beehive. My God.
Peg's great, and so is Jane.
You want to talk about Tip Girl?
Let's touch in public. Yeah, man, we got Tom and Tom in the car rolling along, and I knew this. I knew this song.
That's right, y'all. When we were watching it separately,
like, it zapped my brain, and they're like, this hasn't happened often that I'm watching this show. Like, I've known a restaurant or I've known somebody in the background, but like, they're jamming to the song. I'm like, I have this. I have this song.
Sent me a text. He was like, "Is Tom's band Charles McMansion?"
Yeah.
Question mark, exclamation point. And I was like, "Yeah, do you know it?" He was like, "Yeah," which is strange. So was it on some playlist of yours? Was it something that you enjoyed? Is Touch in Public one of your jams?
Remember, it's my get going. It's my get up jam.
I mean, it's kind of catchy though. Schwartz is right.
It is. It's a really fun song. It's not a real fun saga that happens with his bandmate.
Right. I was unaware of this. You're going to have to fill folks in, because even as I watched it in real time, this was not something that made it into the zeitgeist. So remember, in 2016, I wasn't as permanently online as I am now. So what happened?
Some major stuff goes down like 3 years later after this. So it may not even have been around in the Vanderpump world. I don't know. Like, this guy's Isaac Cappy, his partner in
we saw
this
a picture
Charles
of it.
McMansion.
Yeah.
He's been in Breaking Bad. He was in Thor. He was kind of doing like Tom, he does a little movie, little acting, wherever. He's done some music stuff. So I bet they just know each other through studios or something like that.
Okay.
They make this in 2015. Like, this guy gets big on like 4chan and QAnon, ends up on Alex Jones InfoWars. I'll admit, I mean, like, he gets into pedo ring stuff. He's also got some substance abuse and just mental illness in general, going back to when he was a kid. And so he ends up taking his own life in a kind of public way in Arizona. And it's just it's a troubling story. And I think that's why it came to my music nerdery world.
Were Tom and him still in the band together? Because like 2019 and 2020, that's when like the QAnon stuff was really sort of reaching its peak there. Were they still making music? Were they still in touch? Do you know?
Because they don't have like a whole album. This isn't, and they haven't done much after this, but it was only 3 years later. So something to look for when we get to that period. Like, if he loses somebody, then maybe we'll know. But when I knew this story, I didn't even know it had a Vanderpump connection. So when I saw it, it's just, it's an unfortunate story, but now that we're here, it's a very wild thing to have happened. And it's kind of a jam.
I know, it's a bop. I like it. But the
tip, by the way, remember? The original title of Vanderpump Rules.
Yes, I know. That is one of those phrases. Remember how you told me to stop saying pussy because you hate it? Just the tip is one of those things for me. I don't know. It just like, irks me in a way.
No,
But
you got much worse than that to say. I think
yeah,
that word's like fifth
yeah.
down on the list of phrases from you.
I mean, that one is just tough. Like, but they are running up a tab. Charles McMansion is, and that
Oh
is
yeah.
important because Tom is very preoccupied with it, and that will come up in a little while. But before we talk about Schwartz's cold feet, let's take a quick break here to see what fun messages await, and we will see you in just a second. So, not only are we touching in public, but
Uh-huh.
we're also talking about Schwartz has cold feet. We're back, everybody, by the way. So,
Hi.
they're on the way to the meeting
Yeah.
with Pandora and Jason.
Right.
And he's like, "Oh, I don't know, Sandoval, like, I might be having cold feet. Like, I need to be all in or all out." That's how things work.
That's how our career usually works. Yeah. And his feet
Yeah.
stay cold about
I
everything.
can't think of one thing that his feet are warm about.
He's
I
gonna
mean,
he's gonna stick to modeling, and also he hasn't told Katie.
but he's not even all in on the acting. He's like, "Listen, I'm not killing it, but I mean, I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. Like, I don't need a job getting in the way of that."
Yeah.
So you're not all in on that either, sir. He's just so weird. But yeah, you're right. Katie doesn't know. We all found out before Katie did.
Yeah.
He's optimistic. He's like, "Oh, she'll understand."
Oh
She
yeah.
won't.
Sandoval's like, no, she won't understand first off. And you're gonna miss out when I'm getting paid to party, which you did ask weeks ago if they were going to be the OG influencers. I don't know if it's OG, but they are going to be influencers, whether they were calling it that or not. So
Um,
yeah.
People had a lot of feelings about me suggesting that they were the OG influencers. So, as we are just wringing our hands, worried about what Katie's going to think about this, we popped to Sir. It's a Tuesday. Apparently, Sheena is the assistant manager now because LVP is going to check in with her.
Also, is Sheena teaching her how to work some stuff on the screen? Is that what this is supposed to be?
I mean, I don't know. Why does Sheena know they had 300 covers on a Tuesday night? How does
I,
she not only see her screen in the point of sale system? What is she doing?
and then, like, real quickly, Stassi comes up. This is the most inorganic
It's so awkward.
scene like we've had in a while. It was just really
And
funny.
and even Sheena can't really, like, make it feel natural because she was like, "Well, I spoke with Miss Stassi." Never one time has anybody ever used the phrase Miss Stassi, and
No,
so,
but we can.
um,
That's great.
I guess, I mean, I really like Sweaty Pits McGee. That's going to
There we go.
be
That's fun.
that's it right there. But because just like if we were watching a telenovela, Elisa has to kinda catch us up. She's like, "Well, remember that Katie was really deferential to Stassi, and she really lost herself." Like, just repeating the whole thing over and we've heard
Oh, I
100 times.
I was like, blah blah. Katie better off without her. That's it.
I
That's
mean,
all there.
Katie seems
So,
to think so. I mean,
well,
are we as viewers better off?
Schwartz
I
keeps
would
saying
say
it.
no.
Katie she keeps saying it. Sheena has said it. Lisa has said it already. Like, we know the general feeling on this. And even when this was airing, I mean, even if you have to wait a whole week to watch it, you're like, all right, man. And now I've been hearing about it for 6 weeks. And I saw the shows where she was mean to her, so I get it. Sheena thinks
Yeah,
they should
but
talk also, but I feel for her on this because this would put Sheena squarely in the middle of those two. And I'd hate that for her just to be all involved like that.
yeah, Sheena really does not like to be in the middle
Mm,
between people. She really just likes to have her own
no,
free
that's
life. She
unfortunate
just
for her.
really yeah, she doesn't even want it. But timestamps are iffy because apparently this is the same day as it was earlier when Jax got back because he's doing his shaker.
They're shaking it up.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm rusty." And they talk about Kyle Chan's party at Pump Pier, which we're going to go there later.
Also,
And
he was like,
this
I'm
is,
rusty. And he's shaking the shaker. And Tom's probably like, that dude ordered a Corona. Why are you even, what drink are
ah,
you making?
he's like, "Well, the cameras are here. I got to look cool."
I got needs
But
we need 2 Tecates over there. That's all.
um, this is where we start to see Jax get a little bitter about Sandoval. Well, gosh, you got a lot of projects going on, maybe too
Oh,
many. You've just bit off more than you can chew. Sir, not everybody can get arrested at their full-time job, okay? Some of us are trying to make it better. And he is just a bitter, bitter Betty about it.
he's over it. I mean, already, like, he's completely over it. We haven't been hearing anything about it, so I don't know what all they're
No.
hearing. But he's just the guy that wants everyone to stay the same. He wants all the buddies to be the buddies every year, and the
Yeah.
same guys are going to go on the trip and do the things like, in this never, never land of not aging. Like, he really does want everything to be the same forever. Like, he's afraid, like, he has a good thing with some people right now, and he's very afraid of that ever going away. So he wants everything to stay the same.
And unfortunately, he is the absolute oldest of the crowd, too. So this is
Yeah.
the man who is the oldest and wants everything to be the same. And it is really kind of sad.
I just wanted to say, like, he's over it. He doesn't think Tom will succeed, and like, he doesn't think he'll follow through. And I'm like, why? Are you afraid he might? Because he doesn't have a failed sweater line or failed app or failed however many other things we know, like somebody else that does. So maybe that just bears
Yeah.
worth mentioning, is all.
You are absolutely right. It's not that he thinks he will fail. He hopes he will fail because then they can all stay on even ground.
And my bad, we can talk about naked Lisa Vanderpump right now.
Okay, great. But remember, Lisa is just really worried about what a thief he is and how his integrity and who is a person. But here, come into my bedroom, into my most sacred interstitials here. Like, come into my closet where there is a naked picture that just so happens to be laying around. Like, Lisa, get the fuck out of here. Like, what are you doing? The clown college is now a clown circle jerk when they come in there. And Jax remarks that the closet is bigger than his apartment. Listen,
That's so
come on.
gross.
You know that they are all just like, they went home and they even said it. We'll get to there in a second. So they bring some clothes. Schwartz swears that these boots are brand new. Brand new to who? 15
No,
years ago they were. Come on.
they're just there to try on Ken's clothes.
Yeah. And Jax brought something that still had the security tag on.
And something from a sheet girl.
Something from a sheet girl. Like, gross. Nobody wants that. But they are sex perverts. They get a glimpse. And also, Lisa knew that shit was there. She knew what they were going to do. And they're all just standing around like, oh, is that a boob? Is that a nipple? Like, oh, they're sex perverts.
They are. It's Megan Schwartz have second thoughts on Katie. Like the wind or anything else that's just out there that
Yeah.
occurs in nature. And also, dude,
His brain.
just leave. Stop talking about how unhappy you are with it and GTFO.
Yes, never. That would take a modicum of just like courage or respect for anybody else or any kind of self-esteem. No, he doesn't have it. But he's about to get even more decimated because he gets called to the principal's office here.
By Ken.
Yeah. Well, Ken gets sent to get him.
That's what I mean.
Principal Vanderpump wants to see you in her office.
Courier Ken has to come down with an envelope.
And we didn't even see the meeting that they're having a meeting about. So, like, Lisa wants to meet with Schwartz to talk about the meeting he had with Pandy and Jason, which we flash back to it a little bit. But, he's out. He's out, Jeff. I'm out.
Your boss is saying, get it together and work on this thing. And you say, no. And your fiance is saying, get it together, stay on this one job. No. Like, your friends, your dumb friends are saying, like, you got to stick with something, man. You got to make this. No. Like, this is everyone in your life that's important to you is saying, don't go about things that way. Just interesting.
But and everybody is, but you know what? Nobody makes it hard for him not to. So, like, for instance, Katie is saying all the stuff, but she's not making it hard for him to wimp out of this. She's not putting him out. And he does this big thing later about I've never been late for rent, but I'm reluctant to believe that. But Lisa's not making it hard for him, which I guess she doesn't really have a whole lot of leverage, but it's great for everybody to say, oh, you're a bloody pussy wussy or whatever. And call, I know you love it, but like, nobody is giving him any friction points between it. He gets a little bit of shit talk to him, and then everybody's clapping him on the back and telling him what a good guy, all shucks he is. So why does he need to do anything? Why does he need to
Right.
be any kind of grown up? He doesn't need to.
She ends up seeming pretty genuinely concerned about him, actually. But I don't know if it's from just like a real, we're two humans that have gotten to know each other, and so I care for you in a certain way, and or if it's from like an executive producer point of view who just has to like keep things going on here.
Well, I think she's of two minds, though. I think that she's coming through as the point of view of Katie. I think she's concerned about
Yes.
Katie. I think she sees kind of what we're seeing. It's like, Katie, really? You're pinning your fucking star to this loser? And then, because as an executive producer, this is TV gold. To see him flop around through life like a fish on a deck, that's brilliant TV all day long. But to see him marry a woman, and, Gordo deserves better.
That's true.
How could
Yeah.
how could you look Gordo in the face?
Just
How
think
dare
of what he's being subjected to at home.
well, truthfully, I think it's just silent and just constant Netflix binges. They wait till they get out in public to have any kind of real conversation. The only things they say out loud is probably to Gordo.
Like,
Say
hey,
it.
you want to get out of here? And then they come back and the next one's like, hey, you want to get out of here?
Yeah, I mean, they don't say anything to each other at all. It's very dysfunctional. But then we can pop to the Kyle Chan event for marriage equality. Yay, marriage equality. I'm
Yeah.
obviously a fan, right?
Well,
Like,
wait, hold on.
on
Let's just
board.
say everyone on the pod is a fan. Let's not single out
Yeah.
any, like,
Well,
yeah, I'm not in the same type of
like, that's the
relationship.
only person who on this pod who is married is in a same-sex marriage. I'm just saying, I think the stakes are higher for me. I'm just saying.
This is a party. We're not talking. This isn't Project
Obviously, it's a
25
competition.
kickoff right here. Like,
Okay.
this is a Kyle Chan event.
I obviously win. It's a competition. Duh. Like,
Wait,
I
you
win.
want me to get should I wear one of those ally shirts so you know?
Well, just your sheer existence, as much as you put up with for me, you are an ally to me in many ways.
And in
You
other
are.
ways, on social issues, everyone, just so you know.
I know, but he just takes a lot of shit from me too. So he's also a psychological ally. But yes, we are entering our Carter era here.
Era. I don't care for that.
Yeah. Carter sticks around for a little bit.
Gross.
Him and his flat brimmed cowboy fedora hat.
Instant public makeout, and we find out Kristen is crashing.
Yeah, she is. She stays not on the list, doesn't she? She is unafraid. I mean, listen though, she got in there. Bitch got herself in there to make out open mouth with her too late to be a hipster boyfriend. So props to her. Okay.
And what I always like is when somebody lays it out for us. Like
I was
Eric.
just about to say this.
Well, tell me. Like, all right, because she just lays it out.
Yeah. She's like, listen, not only are we at a restaurant owned by a woman who hates her and whom she got fired by, she is also the ex-girlfriend of the very volatile DJ that is actively playing there. And she has brought another man to a party for a consecutive 3 events in a row. And this poor man doesn't know what he's getting into. So at this point, I do think Carter may be a little unaware because the season hasn't aired. I mean, he probably did see
the other 3 did.
Face. Yeah, right. But
I noticed something too. Like they show a little real worker alert from the bartenders at Pump. Those guys are moving.
okay.
This is not the cocktail lounge at Sir. These guys are working. Lisa Von Schwartz. This dude has a shirt from Ken's Closet on. This is a kid who just wore his dad's shirt to school. That's what just happened here.
But his dad's shirt that was put in the donate pile to poor, unfortunate children. Surely he did this for a bit. Jeff, this has to be a bit, right?
Wait, the guy who you just were scolding for everything he does in his life shows up in this shirt and you're like, well, that's probably not. See what you're doing? You're making excuses for him too. He got you right where he wants you.
I'm no better than Katie.
In the pocket of a borrowed shirt.
I mean, but, like, it's just so obvious. Like, he knew that he was gonna get caught from it, or did he think he was just gonna dodge Lisa all night? Like, it's just I mean, if he didn't if it's not a bit, then he deserves an open face slap. Like,
It's
shut
a
up.
better bit than the next two, like Lisa and James. Like, yeah, I'll just have one drink tonight. Like, we don't need this. Don't even.
Yeah. Speaking of being in a post-truth era, Lisa knows this man has not had one drink. He knows he hasn't had one drink. He knows that she knows. She knows that he knows that she knows. This man probably is sweating Fireball. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, it is obvious that he is turned or
Well,
going
it's
to
like,
be on his way to turned.
Like, where does Sheena get this weird thing about people not being able to cut down on drinks from? And then you see her boss go to this guy who's just like raging alcoholic every night. Like, you're just going to have one drink tonight, right? Cool. See ya.
Yeah.
Like, that's how that
Culture.
works.
Yeah, they're cultivating a culture. But, because it's such a fun party, though, and everyone's having a good time, obviously Katie needs to pull Schwartz to have a very serious conversation with him.
Is this Tequila Katie? We may have Tequila
I
Katie here.
Maybe. I think it's Rosé Katie, because Tequila Katie be raging. This one, not so much. So tell me why you think it's Tequila Katie. Make
Well, just the way she does go off a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he says she wasn't doing her thing for a while on the side. So it's very different. And, and she's just trying to basically shush him, like, because she cannot believe the crap that just came out of his mouth. But she's finally getting into him a little bit about it. And he comes out as like Putsy Schwartz again, like, no, but that's not, but that's not. And yeah, he's definitely back.
He hides the mean-spirited, like, nasty in Putsy. So he was like,
that's what no.
Yeah.
No. Like, you're telling her to shut up. So that's pretty rude.
And also saying like, oh, my acting career is very different from yours because you didn't do shit. That is mean and pointed. And then when she calls him out on it, like, very smartly, when everybody, a very smart way to combat a really idiotic or bigoted or hurtful comment, say, what do you mean by that? Say more about that. And then he's like, then he kind of walks it back and is like, and he gets back into putziness. But he tried to slit her throat right there. And that is something that he does, but everybody sort of perceives him as this kind of like lovable goofball, but he is a fucking sniper. And Katie, in her confessional, says some smart stuff. Does she still walk down the aisle with him? Yes, she does. But she says, man, I hung my hat on this one. Like,
yeah, she bet on him.
Yeah.
She continually says that, he's capable of more, and he's capable of doing this stuff. Like, what's the move? What's the move you see happening right here is what I want to know too. And really, I'm asking because I like Katie.
Right. And she's like, well, I know he's capable. Do you? Because I don't know that. Nobody knows that. Nobody has seen him do one thing besides jump in an umbrella ad. That is not on the table. He
jumps in all the ads. Well, let me be clear.
He
doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't. That's his move. Like I said, it's like Tom Cruise running in movies, Tom Schwartz jumping in modeling ads. Same thing.
That's what his headshot says. It says jumper.
Yeah. No one. Yeah, special abilities. Jumping, but no one's going to notice anything with them because Kristen's about to get it on with Carter at the party she's crashing.
Right. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, it's hardcore. But at least she has Carter to chit chat with because ain't nobody else fucking talking to her. But do you want to talk about this boob job conversation?
Let's see. Ariana's asking Brittany about it at first, about having some stuff done. And then Jax is very disgusting. I mean, really gross about a lot. And Ariana, once again with us, showing us that she also thinks he's disgusting. We got phrases that straight guys I know say all the time. I like boobs. Boobs in my face. Big old boob. Boobs are awesome.
Yeah, especially 36-year-old men.
No one's doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we're aware, Jax. We're very aware.
But Ariana says it too pretty succinctly that Jack should just date Amanda Clay so he can just mold her in the way that he wants her. But it's okay though because he's getting a discount from because all of his nose jobs.
Right. He's in with the plastic surgeon folks now. It's a good circle to be in, really.
Yeah, but so this right here is not even as gross as it gets. So just speaking of pins, you go get more pins? Because I need you to put a pin in that.
During our break, I got 6 more pins. Yeah.
Great. Good. So
after party time. Yeah.
And I don't want to, put too heavy emphasis on it, but why Jax is always like pantomiming homoerotica. Like him and Schwartz are doing this like, yeah, give it to like whatever, like, but be gay, dude. Like you hate women.
No,
obviously.
He likes boobs. I like boobs.
Sure. The lady don't protest too much. Okay.
I need a sweater line and I like boobs. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I like making my
real well.
I like looking good physically. I like nice sweaters and boobs. Mm-hmm. This is just who I am. I think they're reenacting. Like, I think they're telling everybody because they've got a framed picture. I think they're telling them the Lisa picture story, which is kind of funny. Not when they're doing it, but in general, it's funny.
We didn't see that part, but I'm just saying there's always just some like mimed sex act that it's like, be normal. Just be two normal.
Oh, we're so far past that. No. I mean,
okay, fair enough.
I love that while it's going on, Katie's kind of like, just looks at Sheena like, all right, anyway. So this doofus invited Stassi to our engagement party.
And Sheena is just, I don't want to get involved, but, what are you going to do? This. And so Sheena, anytime she can discuss somebody's business, like her heart grows 4 sizes like the Grinch. Do you know? I mean, she is just so happy to be involved and and maybe that's the reason she was so quick to let Stassi back in because she was so worried about Stassi stepping into her place. And if she can ingratiate Stassi, now she can be a part of it.
Maybe that's why she brought her a bottle of Pinot Grigio. Absolutely. Anyway, not important. Jax wants to talk about boobs, everybody. Let me talk about boobs and veins out of my neck.
I mean, also,
he is high with like 9 eyes, is what I wrote in my notes.
And like the standing up over everyone and just kind of like gesturing with his fingers, like pointing down. It is really scary. But Brittany is seeing the doctor tomorrow. He wants triple D's. This woman probably weighs $115.
He wants him how he wants him.
Over. Yeah. I mean, she's just going to topple right over. And she was like, no, I think a small C, a full C, small D. He's like, no, that's not what happening. If I'm paying for that shit, I want it like I want it. I ain't paying for something I don't want. That is disgusting.
I just wrote, tell him to leave. Tell this person to leave. I mean, even if you're not in one of those 4, like if you're just a coworker there, like just I'm Busser Brian that hangs out with him. Like, yo, dude, you can leave. Brian. Like, you can get out of here right now. Like, I mean, if somebody here wants to really speak up for this man, go ahead and do it right now. Like, who's doing it? I mean, you can get out of here, man.
He's not even treating Brittany, this woman who he lives with, like a real person. He's showing like, oh, this picture of Sarah, I want her titties like this. And, oh, I want him to look like this. It's not even like, it's just like she's not even sentient being.
To be fair, do you think he's so high because he wanted to do a line off of each one of Sheena's wedding pictures that are framed in her house?
Right across Shay's face. Right there. But so Schwartz does say something right here that I think is planting a little bit of a seed about Jax, about how, he's just acting so strange. I don't know if it's Brittany or if it's the cocaine, but he's just acting really strange. So I think that's going to come to roost later, maybe.
Yeah. Soon, yeah. I mean, his veins are bulged. His chin is a moving. It's a lot.
God, this scene that is coming up is one of the absolute most famous scenes ever. And Sandoval with his dumb, slutty glasses and Schwartz, I think that Sandoval is trying to be as good of a friend or as sympathetic or as soft to Schwartz, which they're all just jacked out of their mind. But he's trying to talk to Schwartz about this cold feet business. Like, hey, man,
Yes.
I know you're having a bad thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
I know you're
No.
having a bad day. And Schwartz seems like it. Maybe it's penetrated one top layer, but he's like, listen, everybody's extrapolating that because I don't do this, I'm a loser and I'm terrible, which guilty. That's literally what we just did. Um, and then Jax comes in and slips down. He plops down. Hey, man.
Just
And this
rubbing
is,
his nose in face.
yeah.
And
This is
Stassi,
where,
she goes to the weakest link first. Let's pull out one of those pins you told us to put in earlier. This is it.
But meanwhile, they're also passing a bottle around. Not even a bottle of like legit
I don't
liquor.
think they're
It's a
passing it.
bottle. Well, I saw Schwartz take a bit of it, and then Jax has it, but it's wine. Who is passing around a bottle of wine? Just go get a damn juice glass from the fridge. Like, it's so weird. It's not like they're doing like shots of Jack Daniels.
You could put any liquid in that glass right now, and he's going to drink it the same way. It does not matter.
Yeah. And then he's so just like, oh my God, Stassi, you're such a pussy. You're such a weak link, whatever. And Schwartz says, Jax, just take it down about 5 notches.
Yeah. Sandoval's like, just stop.
And did you notice that the camera pans to the girls hanging in the kitchen and they're all just sort of like waiting on standby, like, oh, shit, something's about it. They're all like looking over, just waiting for this shit to explode because they could hear it escalating. They, it's not their first day in kindergarten. This is when it goes so left. And because Jax is not all the way in his right mind, he receives this business really wrong. So Sandoval does something. He says something.
Well, he compares because he's just saying Tom's had a bad day, and he's like, I've had a bad day too, which I don't know why. We have no idea what happened in his bad day.
He tries to invoke Britney's titties, but nobody's buying it.
Yeah. Sorry you got to put up with Britney's titties. If that's your bad day, play on, playa. You're doing just fine. And he equates it to like stuff that he's doing with the band, and like as soon as the band comes up, that's something in Jax just it changes, and he's like, shut up about your fucking band. Like, it's wild. I mean, he totally flips.
Stop acting like you're the number one guy in the group. I'm the number one guy in the group.
So, wow.
Can you imagine, Jeff, can you imagine if you and I are sitting around at a party? We've been to many, many social functions, and I get mad about something, and I'm like, Jeff, you stop acting like you're the number one guy in this group. Y'all would laugh me out of the room. I couldn't, I would never be able to show my face again.
Yeah, but you would be joking is the thing also. We would be like, that's hilarious. I mean, a real person wouldn't say that. A person that's a real person, they wouldn't say that kind of thing. I mean, it's so just like, he's jealous, right? I mean, he's just jealous that Tom has follow through on stuff and, that he is doing things. Because Tom's had a bunch of movies come out at this point. He's had numerous bands that are going on. He has actual modeling gigs. People are contacting him to do stuff. Jax has to go back to court every time they finish filming. So he's finally like upset with this guy that has all the stuff he doesn't, and he's just taking it out on everybody. And he's so peaked in high school again.
Yeah, and you said this about James in our last episode. We were talking about like manosphere stuff, that Jax doesn't have the emotional intelligence to articulate what he's feeling. And so instead of really internalizing those feelings and working through them, he gets mad at everyone else. And so this is where he explodes, and he really talks about Schwartz. And I'm not one to feel sorry for Schwartz, but it does feel like the quarterback, the high school quarterback, picking on the captain of the chess team right here, where he's screaming, stop holding his fucking hand. He's a big boy. Like, fuck this, blah, blah, blah. And at one point it did feel a little lopsided. And so I felt a twinge of sympathy.
I didn't feel sorry for him as much. I was like, fly away, little bird. Tell him, like, this could be your last conversation with this person ever. And no one on the face of this earth is going to go, yeah, man. I mean, you just bailed this dude out for $11,000 a couple weeks ago, and now this bullshit's happening. What team captain
allegedly
CW show did Jax get all this stuff from?
Dial in 36-year-old. And Schwartz does excuse him. He's like, I gotta take a walk. Like, this is too much for me. And then that's when all of that sort of like number one guy in the group stuff happens. And
Yeah.
so we'll see how he cops to it or doesn't on the next episode. But before he really does some introspection, he's gonna get some D's on that bitch.
Gross.
Speaking about his girlfriend and her boobs.
Yep.
Sandoval's getting his bacon A removed. There is a scene in which they are speaking. They're going to get lingerie, and Ariana's a bitch about it. James surprises everyone by showing up loaded to a party and causes a scene. Can't believe it. There is some more beach drama, which I looked ahead. Is this the one that's called Beach Please? Is that this?
Oh no, is it? I haven't gotten there.
Yes.
As soon as we're done.
I've watched several beach related episodes this week because Southern Hospitality had one too. And then apparently Sandoval has a tantrum. So lots of surprises next week. Things we have not seen before. Just new, constantly surprising us on Vanderpump Rules. I do not have a lot of Because the Past, but I do have a Lisa-ism.
Oh yeah, and a couple of them.
Okay, so my only one was she's like, "Oh, you're just gonna faff around," which I guess means like fuck around and like
faff off.
Yeah.
I thought your bloody wussy pussy would have made it in there also. See, it doesn't feel good when your partner says that, does it? No, it doesn't feel good.
And I don't think it conjured up the image that she wanted it to. You know, like I think that she was like trying to be really insulting, but she was just really gory and gross.
Do you think if you said that phrase to her 4 seconds later, she'd have any idea that those words just came out of her mouth? I think she just says some of this stuff sometimes, and it's gone. I mean,
and we're dumb Americans, so we don't know, right? Like that could be a thing.
I had a couple from the past, because the past, calling Lala Ghetto from Kristen. That's come up a couple times on the show,
and Ratchet too comes up a lot.
Kyle Chan's party for marriage equality, because it's all good now. That's the thing of the past. Nothing to worry about now.
We are way in the clear. Thank you for just like showing the way for same-sex marriage. Like we are completely unbothered now.
Everything's good. America. Everything's good.
Everything's good. So that was your Because the Past?
Yeah.
Ghetto. Okay. Who is your
was that not good enough?
Yeah, well, there's just a little bit of a lag. Who's your LVP?
So SpawnCon is my LVP. We've talked a lot this season. Things have been ramping up. It looks great. These people are starting to like get their social media profiles together. So, I mean, it's not like just the show that's bringing in a brand. You know, that's been done. Like the booze has always been part of it. Fashion is starting to be in there. But like, I can get deals at the doctor's office. I'm going to mention this doctor. We're going to go to the doctor on the appointment. We're going to get hooked up with everything. Like they're figuring out that all their day-to-day stuff, you know, like, yo, what if we bring a camera and show everyone your address? Like we don't have to pay for shit. You know, like this is awesome. So SpawnCon, my LVP. How about you?
My LVP, well, I have two. Number one, shots. Shots.
Oh, right. Sure.
I mean, they are
the cure-all.
Universal. That's right. They just solve everything. And no one has ever made bad decisions by taking shots. And when you're in the company of people that you feel uncomfortable with, when you take shots, it solves it. So shots, obviously. And then number two, Kyle Chan for marriage equality. Woo woo.
Of course. There we go.
Yeah. Not that Kyle Chan invented marriage equality. That they... it sounds like I'm high-fiving Kyle
12 years ago and out of nowhere. Out of West Hollywood, California.
It sounds like I'm like giving Kyle Chan the props for it. No, whatever else.
Can you imagine? Like it
having a party.
He came out with it one year, and then we just passed marriage equality the same year. Everybody just arms wide open to it.
Nobody even thought of it.
In this season of Oops All Chumps, who's your chump?
Well, for this one, it has to be Jax's plug. whoever kept answering the phone when these folks were calling and been like, hey, can I meet for another bag? Hey, can you bring me another bag? No, sir. If it is 3:30 in the morning, don't answer your phone. These people are showing out. Jax
Why?
just said,
Kristen's
I'm
up.
the number.
I mean, I don't. Never mind. I don't know who he's calling.
Allegedly. But like,
Is that a thing?
these people are saying things like, I'm the number one guy in the group. You should have cut them off many months ago. But also Schwartz and Sheena as the chumps, because Schwartz obviously, but Sheena folding like a cheap lawn chair, didn't stand her ground 1 second. Girl,
No,
you ain't it. Who's your chump?
it's Jax. It's got to be
Okay.
Jax.
Feels
You
like
know.
that's a perma. He's the perma.
For me,
Is it because the boobs?
yeah,
What
it's just
was
that
it?
one. I mean, that's a lot. There's the whole number one guy in the group thing. There's just being a whole,
Okay.
all of it. I mean, he's being the biggest asshole at a party full of assholes repeatedly, every single time there is one. Everything is about him. If he can't make it somewhere, he's got to drag everybody else down with him constantly. He's gross sexually about all kinds of stuff. It's
Gross.
very offensive in very many ways. And he's a sweaty meatloaf. Well, that's the best thing there is to say about him.
Well, yeah, and I fear it's not gonna get better. So,
You don't think I'm going to come around to him?
I mean, listen, there are some redemption situations in the works, I think. I think, as a
I will
person
say
who's
though,
already seen.
if he kept the, some of the commentary like he has on here, like away from people he just meets, like I run into Jax Taylor in 2015. Yeah, we party. We have a good time. Probably. That could be a fun night in
But you
Leo.
don't come home for a week and you're
No, then
probably
he says
pulling
one thing and I'm
shoes.
like, oh, no, my bad, man. I didn't mean.
Yeah. Come home with dick written on your face. Like, don't be hanging out with him. Okay, so I didn't do business at the stop it, but that's fine. Find us on social media at Take a Pinot Pod. Because I am out for summer break, I have so much more time on my hands. So our social media is just popping. We're popping. And make sure that you are listening to our Top Chef coverage, because we are down to 5 chefs. And
That's
so
right.
that is like that's the real thick of it. Things are starting to get really, really intense and we're getting to know them. And also come back for our mini episodes, because after our vacation, we were kind of slow to get back in the groove, but all of that. Oh, also, sorry, do all our business at the end. Nobody's listening probably by now, but make sure, if wherever you listen to us, like on Apple or Spotify or iHeart, like us and follow us and leave us a comment and leave us a review, because that's how we get seen and how people find us on the apps to listen more to us. So all of that, just give us all the love. Thumbs up, like, share, all that.
Jeff at pinotpod.com, everybody.
That's right.